Yeah, what if I decline? I was like, right, after all of this BS.
You could hear that. I was like, do you know what? That would be just like him to go, yeah, no.
Yeah, past the 10-minute window, I'm out. I had a little bit of an accident today. Kerry and I went out for a little drive out of the city because, we're crazy indoors, trying to get out for a little bit, and wore our masks and we kept away from everyone. But I had the roof down in the car, and we forgot to put sun cream on. And I came home and I didn't look in the mirror for about an hour, and I went in to go to the toilet. I turned around and I was like almost like screamed. I was like, what am I? I'm like, look at this.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
Look at that.
It's going to be a painful shout tonight.
I'm in pain.
Get Kerry to slather you in aloe.
She already has. It was graphic.
Well, she's taken the shine off you. You don't look like a matchstick with a big head and white body. So you're saying
he's in full makeup. Kerry did his makeup.
Yeah, she put a bit of foundation on. Because I really did. I looked ridiculous.
I'm so disappointed that you just helped.
I thought about it.
You should have let him be. It would have been so much funnier.
I was like, I wonder if I should just come on like red and just
deprived me of a good giggle there. I'm disappointed.
I'll take a picture and post it later on.
Yeah.
Or tomorrow, because I won't be able to sleep tonight because I'll be in so much pain.
You're going to be up all night in pain, naked, playing video games. Cool.
Yeah, so my skin is not as good as you said it is.
You'll be able to play a lot older characters very soon. Keep doing it.
Yeah, just trying to get this sunspot.
You're gonna have an audition for like the teacher in Riverdale now, not the student, because you're so burnt.
My last ditch effort to get a role in something. What aged me up.
Yeah, there you go. Sun damage.
We've all been quite a few conventions with each other around the world. My memory of them sort of just goes into one big snowball of happy memories. Do you remember the first one we did, or the last one we did, or what was the one that you enjoyed most? Because I remember being with both of you and looking at each other going, this is not good.
It was one that we did in Iowa one year.
Des Moines.
Yeah, infamous, that Des Moines. Yeah, the show was, I think about 15 people turned up to see us that weekend.
Do you know what? I think they knew about the pandemic 2 years ago, and they were like, do you know what? I bet that COVID's right in there.
Yeah, it was
the only good reason why there was 7 people.
The best thing about that, though, is I had so much fun that weekend because the three of us spent the entire weekend in the green room. We were like doing boomerangs and like,
the staff were getting a bit upset with us because they were saying, you should go out to your desk, and you were like, it's a desert out there, there's no one out there.
It was just empty everywhere.
If we go out there, we won't come back. We're dead if we go out there.
Our careers are over.
Yeah,
tumbleweed flying along.
Yeah, that was an interesting weekend.
I remember going back, we were in the bar at the hotel or something, and I can't remember what the woman said, but there was a waitress who was very nice, and we were having a bit of banter, and then she just said something to me which was just like...
You know what it was? Wasn't it about the AC? You were like not happy with the temperature or something. And
I think it was, and it wasn't me, because I don't care about whether it's hot or cold. I'm pretty good, but I think I was like, okay, sure, yeah, what? Okay, is it okay? And she said something, do you remember?
I can't remember.
She absolutely just went like that.
Just shut you down.
I'm just going to go down there.
we were doing Jello shots as well that day. Do you remember? They were in syringes.
The woman pushing the Jello shots on us.
Then we were I don't remember after the Jello shots. That's a bit of a blackout for me.
I do remember looking up like who has come from like Des Moines, and I think Dean Cain. No.
Really?
It was a Superman. No, it was the other one. It was like Superman had come from there or something weird like that. I can't remember, but I was like, ooh, it's a barren desert. I'm sorry, Iowa is lovely to anybody from Iowa.
We had a great time there. It was just, what happened was, I think there was a convention the week before in like Chicago or something.
Oh, yeah. So everyone was conned out that weekend.
You know, even though I know you as well as I do, I thought I just want to look over Robbie's resume in case I've missed anything. So I typed in your name, or what I thought was your name, into the Google, and I'm not joking, I'm not making that up. This is what came up.
That's me. That's me.
I was like,
that's when I go into
you're an extraordinary character actor. I'm not joking.
Wait, what did
Robbie
you type
Kay.
in?
It turns out it's a woman, Robbie Kay, photographer and author. And I was like, Robbie killed her and stole her identity.
It's an episode of Once Upon a Time.
Robbie was like, I'll get that old lady author. Robbie, it's an ambiguous name. People will go with it. It's Hollywood. I'll reinvent myself.
Have you seen her before, Robbie? Do you know?
No, it's the first time I've ever, no.
I think you know what it was. I spelt your name wrong. I think I put an E on the end, but just an E on the end, Robbie.
Right.
Become a 17.
I was wondering how long you were scrolling through Google Images at pictures.
No, it literally was the first thing that came up, and I was like, Jesus Christ, the pandemic has ravaged Robbie and made him an old lady, by all accounts.
Good name.
Right, I'm trying to write a thing at the moment about a boy band, rival boy band sort of thing. Robbie, you may be getting a call in the not too distant future.
Let me know.
To play the young kid one that says I'm still a virgin and I love long walks.
Still a virgin.
I know people that said that. Believe me, back in the pop days, that was currency. Oh yeah, I'm a virgin. I was like, why are you saying that? That's stupid on so many levels.
Is there a bitchy agent in there that I can play?
Oh, we'll create one. Actually, you know what? There's a role of a therapist, and I was thinking of it as a man. Maybe it should be a woman.
I'll put my glasses on. I look well clever.
There you go. Totally. You've sold it. You've sold it.
All right. Right.
Oh, this was an interesting question that I asked Lana. What is the most interesting thing, like rumor or bullshit thing, that you've seen or read about yourself? You know, when people write, oh yeah, Robbie Kay is totally like an astronaut from France. And then, what? You know, when you see people just declare that they know this without any uncertainty, what? And I know you've told me some, and you're like, dude,
I've seen a lot of crazy stuff. I've seen stuff where people were convinced that Kerry was making me go out with her against my will. About like as if I had like as if they were saying like
nothing.
Look
so
at his eyes.
My company.
They're like, look at his eyes. He's being held hostage.
Look at his eyes.
Yeah, there's something going on here. Oh, this is.
That's pretty good.
That was pretty funny. Yeah, I've seen a lot of BS over the years. I feel like it's calmed down a lot in recent times, but at the height of the show, definitely there was all sorts of stuff.
I have a couple of funny and interesting questions. Because I don't know this. Who is your biggest influence? Like, who changed your life the most, do you reckon? What one individual?
Oh, man.
Say Becca for 5 points.
5 points towards what? Is there like a reward system where if I get 50 points, I can redeem a free coffee?
You win a brunch with Bex.
Yo! And I'm paying, mate. You're welcome.
Okay. I mean, it would probably have to be either. If I had to pick one, it'd have to be either my mum or my dad. Obviously, fairly cop-out answer, but it's true.
No, but having met them, they're pretty fantastic.
Yeah, they're big influences in my life, and they've.
I actually wrote down for that Lenny Kravitz. So I'm going to give myself half a point. That's nearly right.
Didn't know this was the trivia session.
No, it's a thing. It's really just for me. This isn't to the audience or for you. It's just a little mandate I keep on everybody. At
the end of this, I want to see you hold up a piece of paper and there be a really like convoluted score sheet.
Well, I can't show you that because it would show scores from other people, and that's highly classified. I can't give that away.
Obviously.
What word or sound do you most like?
What word or sound?
Yeah, like if you hear it, it gives you joy.
Whenever someone says, "Oh, for fuck's sake," that really, I really like that. For some reason, just that's like
British to like.
It's so English. It's also
really
like
utility there. Where it's like, "Oh, for fuck's Like
It's also really fun to use in text because it's just FFS.
yeah.
For fuck's sake, you can just type it really quick. I use
The
it all
O,
the time.
the O at the start is very important.
Oh,
Very
totally.
The next question I was going to ask you is, what's your favourite curse word? But I'm guessing that answers that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, pretty much. That honestly would be, because I say that a lot in pretty much every circumstance, even when I'm happy. So
it's a good word. It's very. I don't know. It serves its purpose well.
very universal.
It is.
This is the question that is normally reserved for the end, and I don't know your answer on this. But the question is phrased: if there is a God, what would you like him or her to say at the pearly gates when you arrive?
You were supposed to go downstairs. What are you doing here?
Is he Pete? Is he on the list? Come on then. Yeah, come on then. All right,
You'll never believe how this will
that's a
happen.
real insight into how you see the world.
Just
Yeah, and if he is, just laugh. Just laugh.
I want to ask you a once upon a time question because we all know a lot of people that are watching this, avid oncers. So I want to give them a little something that they want.
Sorry.
Can you tell me and Sean about like one of your favorite memories where whenever you look back at it, you're like, brilliant.
Yeah, you know this one, Bex. We had a fun little we had
Oh.
a fun little scene in season 5.
Oh yeah.
And we had you'd probably be able to tell the story better than me, but we kept there was this prop involved in our scene, and it was this like weird sack. And I think the crux of the scene was
that was the end of the scene, wasn't it? Like the scene is then it was going to cut to commercial, but it was the end of the episode.
it was the end of the episode. I just showed up out of nowhere with this
right.
sack.
It was like his big return. Sean. It was like the big reveal of dun dun dun. He's back.
He's back.
But to like announce it to everyone that he was back, he had to put a sack over my head.
I had this like hodgepodge.
2:00 in the morning outside Granny's, and he had to put a sack all over my hair and makeup. There was like 300 sacks.
Like,
it was so funny.
Doing? What are we doing?
But then tell Sean what the director said. Was it the director that came up with it?
So we were playing around, but we were doing a lot of play on words. Like, you know, we're sacting right now. You know, this is like looking at it.
2 a.m. Let's just make up a ridiculous game.
Yeah,
and then,
it was really late.
And then I think it was it Ralph or Ron, one of the directors?
It was Ralph.
I think it was Ralph. He got involved, and it like the 5th take, he said "saction" instead of
Wow.
and he just
we lost it. We
just
lost
it. Laughing.
That scene was so hard to shoot because we just couldn't get it together, could we? That's most I've laughed on that show besides other nights.
Nice moments though, where like, because sometimes you get in a laughy mood in the scene, and you're like, we're having so much fun, and then you look to the left, and the boom guy's like,
yeah,
mate, what are you doing? Like, I've been holding this for 3 hours. Can you get this done? We have like 8 more scenes to do today. But this was it. Yeah, he's just like, come on. But this was a situation where everyone was laughing and everyone was having a good time, and it was kind of like one of the last episodes. Everyone was
and there was some really good photographers on set that night, and so there's a really funny picture of you saying something and me going,
yeah, you just
and
like
you're holding the
over.
sack. Don't get in. I had to kind of like move my lipstick. You ruined my hair. Everything. It was great.
The situation was just ridiculous.
That's a good memory for sure.
Yeah, great. Probably one of the hardest I've ever laughed on.
Saction. Didn't I text you Saction the other day?
You did, yeah, you did. In fact, I think it was today.
By the way, everyone, I don't know, you probably don't know this about Robbie, but Robbie's text game is really strong. Like, he never lets me down. Every time I text him something stupid, he's like, yep. And he just one-ups me and he takes the joke to the next level, or he sends me brilliant gifs and memes and this and that. Like, it's pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie. Respect.
I think he has the advantage being are you technically a millennial? I just know it's young people.
Oh, I don't know. And I don't really care, to be honest. Like, I guess Gen X, or I was born in 1995, so people can tell
Me
us.
too.
Yeah. We're all born in 1995.
Sean!
I was born in the early part of the 18th century, and I feel like I do not feel young, not even.
But you look.
But you do know how to wield a sword, so have that one.
That's true. But I'm going to start being like Christopher Lee, where you'll say something, and go, "Oh, really?" And they go, "Yeah, bring in the young fit person." And I will let them. When you were young, it's weird. When did you both find this? I don't know if it's the same for girls when it comes to the physical stuff, but boys, I always really wanted to do that. And like, oh, let me fight, stuff where they.
Yeah. I like doing my own stunts.
I would imagine you want to do that too, right? I mean,
Sean, when you were talking just then, were you about to say you used to like doing all your own stunts?
Oh God, yeah.
But now you're like, I'm all right. I'll just have a cup of tea, have the stunt double do it. I mean, he's being paid to be here.
First of all, I respect the unions. I want everyone to work. That's the main thing.
That's why. Oh, okay.
Wow, you're a good person.
I broke more buttons than Evel Knievel, and apparently I'm a china vase that breaks a slightest whiff of something. So I was just like, you know what? I mean, things like sword fights and stuff, you can't really you can't leave it to the stunt double too much because everyone would know. But things where you have to jump off something, or where they're never going to know it's you, I'm like, yeah, let the stuntman.
There was a really crazy night in season 3 that I'm just remembering, where there was like the big fight between Wicked Witch and the Evil Queen, and there's the clock tower and all that massive scene. And Lana, like, I threw Lana up into the sky, obviously not in real life, and I threw a fireball at her, and then her stunt double had to fly back through the air and hit one of the dwarf's windscreens. It was a massive stunt, and the stunt people on Once were amazing. So Lana does the acting bit, she steps out, the girl steps in, and then the rope around her pulled her straight back, and she cracked into the windscreen, but her legs just sort of went the wrong way, and everyone went, ooh. But the scene carried on, and I'm like, wait, we didn't cut? Like, someone call an ambulance. Like, it looked so bad, and they're like, then they're like, keep going. I'm like, but, and like her foot had half come off. I mean, it was so distracting, and I didn't know how we even finished the scene. And she was limping like this, and everyone's going, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "I'm fine." It's like they have to like go, "I'm fine." She was not fine at all. They're the bravest people in the history of the world.
They're fantastic. I've got a lot of respect for those guys.
I've hurt myself a lot doing stunts. I'm like, I don't want to do them anymore. I'm a mum.
Do you guys want to see Thomas?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You're saving the big reveal for the crescendo. I like it.
Special guest.
Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. Hi. Hello, Thomas. I'm your Aunt Becca. Hello.
I was thinking, getting a kitten or a puppy in quarantine, probably you've killed 23 and a half hours of every day just with the puppy. Do you know what I mean?
Time. It's a good time to adopt because we're always at home. I think when we go back to regular lives, this guy's going to be pissed off.
Well,
he's like, what do you mean you're not here? You're not here 24/7.
I bet you'll be that guy that goes around to his auditions with his little cat in his man bag.
I want to get a little...
do that, because if you do, I will really take the piss out of you.
I want to get a little baby Bjorn and put him in it. He's going to sit right here with his legs.
I've got one that you can have. I'm going to give you one. I've got a spare baby Bjorn that Milo doesn't use anymore. It's yours, Thomas. It's yours.
He's been an absolute gem, though. He's so lovely. He's like... He's almost not a cat because he's so sweet and cuddly. I was expecting him to like. He's like, all right, like keep your distance, but he loves it.
Were you misled by the movie Cats? Did you think a lot of? Because I think a lot of people have rented the movie in lockdown and seen it as a how-to guide of.
So I dodged that bullet by not seeing the movie. Because I feel like it would have scarred me for life. There was a really great edit on YouTube that somebody made where they did the Cats trailer, but they replaced the music with the soundtrack from the horror movie Us. And it's like one of the creepiest things I've ever seen.
To see that.
It like sends a chill down your spine, but it's also so funny. It's like Judi Dench and Idris Elba like skulking around, and it's like dun, dun, dun. It's great.
So Robbie, what do you miss the most besides taking me out for breakfast? What do you miss most when you're in this lockdown situation? What do you miss?
I really miss going out to lunch. I genuinely miss going out to lunch and dinner because one of my favorite things to do is go have a nice meal at a restaurant. I'm one of those guys that will like, if there's like something that I feel is like I'll save $2 if I can on something really dumb. But then when it comes to restaurants and meals, I like,
you go all out.
I'll just do it.
Are you a foodie? Is that what you're saying? Do you feel like you're a bit of a foodie?
I'm a big foodie. Yeah, big foodie.
Respect.
Love it.
All right.
Love it.
Have you been ordering in to support local restaurants?
We have, yeah. If you want to frame it that way, it is more. We can't be asked to cook. Let's get.
I have to say, on Insta story, there's been some really sexy food pictures from you, and I'm like, did he make that? He can't have done. Like those.
Yeah,
you had. Oh my god, that burger that you had the other day with like blue cheese in it was like.
Oh yeah, I made
made
that.
me drool. Did you?
I've been experimenting in the kitchen on making a lot of things that I would never normally make. I discovered how to make French toast the other week. It's one of the easiest things in the world to make, and I'm like, I need to do this every day for the rest of my life. You just like
I love French toast.
Egg, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, it's like eggy bread. It's like eggs,
oh,
milk,
you
butter
can put a bit of milk in a little bit, but it's just egg, isn't it?
No, and then I put like fresh fruit on it. Really easy. But yeah, that burger was, oh my god, it was like chicken sandwich with blue cheese, jalapenos.
Will you make it for me when I'm allowed to come over?
Absolutely.
I was going to say, we live really close, so if you make that, what I'll do is I'll
delivery.
just put it in the car and I'll just drive straight off.
Yeah, yeah.
Talk to me.
That would be great. That would be great.
It's the way this.
I love that.
So well for so years, so many.
Curbside pickup. You don't even have to.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you miss me?
11.
Yes. Do you know that you and your gorgeous girlfriend were our last guests, basically, before the pandemic?
Really? Oh yeah, when we came down to see you guys.
Yeah, it was the pandemic.
It was just too much energy,
and then it just spread out everywhere. So
yeah, I remember walking on the pier with Mark and telling him like, hey, this coronavirus thing is quite serious, and I was at the time, China was locked down, but the US wasn't yet.
right.
And I was sort of saying it's gonna happen. We're gonna see it here, and it's gonna be really bad. And
Crazy.
it's so hard to envisage that happening when it's not currently happening, right? People are so quick to not believe it until they see it.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, we all believe it now because we're all living in it.
Kerry and I tried to sort of keep each other sane. That's been really helpful. I think living with someone, I feel really bad for people that are living alone right now, honestly, because
yeah.
Can I just interrupt you? You would say that if she's off camera and we can't see her and she's holding a gun, say you're happy. Just say, I balance.
See it in his eyes.
You balance me out. Is she there? Just blink.
Great. She's amazing. She's the
blink twice if you need help.
Okay. So she's not. Just wanted to go on the record. She's not holding you hostage in your phone.
No.
I will take you at your word.
No,
by the way, sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but I don't want to forget this because Kerry, for those people who don't know, because I'm making jokes, Kerry is so sweet and so wonderful. Because she's a seamstress and works in the costume industry, the moment that the pandemic hit, she immediately stopped everything she was doing and started making masks for everyone. And my family and my children have them, and they're beautiful.
Me too.
She's been working day in, day out, so massive respect for her for doing that, and made me feel a bit useless not being able to help me. Quite literally a superhero right now.
Your job is to train the cat. Train the cat. By the time the pandemic's over, if I come over and that cat can't pick up the newspaper and bring it to you, I'm gonna be
or go to the toilet in an adult real toilet.
Exactly.
That's what we're doing.
Are you really?
Yeah. So there's a thing called it's called, wait, hang on.
It's like a potty trainer for cats on loos, isn't it? Where'd everybody go?
I've been training this one for about 2 weeks now, and I think I've really got him to just stay.
Sit. Really good. Good dog there, Sean.
You raise the litter box. Every couple of weeks you raise it, and then you start putting. There's like this. It's called City Kitty, which I call Kitty Kitty.
City Kitty.
City Kitty.
Like City Kitty. And then it's like a little bowl, and you put litter. It's like litter underneath the toilet, and then it's trained to start going, and then over time the litter gets less and less until. Brilliant.
Robert De Niro had the cat in Meet the Parents do that. Do you remember?
That's right.
In Meet the Parents, yeah. He could flush the loo and everything.
It's really weird, but if we can get away with not having a litter box.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try it. If he's not about it, then whatever. We've tried, but
you've got plenty of time on your hands to train him, so
exactly.
And
there
just
you go.
Google how to make my cat pee where I want it to.
And that woman will show up.
There'll be YouTube videos, there'll be the whole 9 yards, it'll be fine.
But you need to post about it on Insta Story so we can all follow along and see how it's going.
Yeah. Do you know what this could be like? It would be like you and Kerry could be like Siegfried and Roy. You could be playing the little cats, and then just. I mean, look at the success of Tiger King, Rob. Don't dismiss it.
I know. I definitely want to be in that conversation.
Do you know what I mean?
Big conversation.
Big tiger bucks, Robbie. Big tiger bucks. You get your beat.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
You could train Thomas and then take him to conventions, and he could perform next to you at your booth.
or turn him into sort of a fashion sort of star.
I thought we said fascist for a minute there. Like,
turn him into a fascist star. Get him into a fascist. That's what we're
on our hands. Why not?
That would literally cause suicides on Twitter. If we lose kittens to fascists, we're finished. On that bombshell, Robbie, I want to say thank you so much for giving us the time.
And we love you,
Robbie.
Robbie.
There's a lot out there to do, but thank you for entertaining us and entertaining everyone else out there.
Yeah. I'll send you a baby Bjorn so that you can wear Thomas down the street.
That sounds fantastic. Yeah, thank you guys for having me. This was great fun. I didn't realise that you had teed up questions for me. Very.
We came prepared, Robbie. We're professionals.